Oh my God, collective. What is this? Okay. We got some energy that's manifesting, that's brewing, that you need to be aware of. All right. So your spiritual team want to put you up on game about a situation because someone is going to try to force your hand in a situation. Um you're going to feel completely out of control, like you have no control over this situation. Um which means someone else is going to be losing their self-control, and so you're kind of left to deal with a situation. I don't know what that is, but it seems like there's some type of situation that's about to happen where you're completely powerless to it, as in you can't change it, you can't fix it. Now it may not even be happening to you. Maybe it's going on for somebody else, and that it's an unexpected change that you're not kind of expecting, but it's like out of nowhere it just drops on your lap. This situation becomes like your problem in some type of way. And so spiritually, like in the 5D, it's coming up for you as a choice, right? You have a choice to make. And in your reality, no decision, I see you kind of making no decision. It's like no decision is a decision according to the universe. So you not doing anything, like saying yes or saying no, or getting involved, is energetically registering spiritually that you have made some type of choice. To do nothing is a choice, and that's what the universe needs you to know. Okay. I don't know, but let's see. And I think this may come up like someone flirting with you. I heard homosexual, so be aware of a situation like that. Someone may flirt with you, or you may notice that they're being extra nice. They're singing, they're singing their little tune. They're being a silent killer, a silent fighter. So either this is someone losing their job or something, some type of really, someone's about to be kissing up to you. That's what I feel like here. And I do sense that someone wanted you to feel compelled to overextend or overgive, or fight for them or fight for the situation. I don't know what this is, y'all. It's so many scenarios coming up going forward. So you're going somewhere fast. You're on this fast track to success. You're on this fast accelerated motion. And so you don't have time to dwell on the past, because you're focused on creating you a brighter future. Why can't I talk? All right, just go with it. I don't know. This is different. So every now and then, I feel guided to tap into like what's manifesting, especially for those of you that are self-care, self-love, selfish, so in your selfish era, as you should, right? Taking time to heal, shadow work. Every now and then, spirit will, guide me to talk about what's manifesting, what's coming up. And that's what I feel guided to do right now. Yeah. So for a lot of you guys, it's your season to, those of you that's been working on yourself, shadow work, healing, it's your time to meet your divine union, your divine counterpart. The phase of mirroring with people, unhealthy relationships and stuff like that, it's over. And so the purging process that happens is, I think it's causing people to crash out. That's what I'm seeing here. I keep hearing DDG. So there may be a similarity in the context of like having to deal with a similar issue, right? Let's say, for example, I think she filed a restraining order and then he filed a restraining order. So it's he say, she say. he's coming after her mental sanity. She's coming she's pretty much making a stance that he ain't his right state of mind. So they both are kind of are doing the same thing, but it's like at the same time it's confusing, because it's confusing in the context of, like, let's say someone texts you, or let's say it's like, I can't talk. Y'all don't know. Something like can't talk to each other. You're not supposed to talk to each other. What is this? Someone here wants to slow you down because you're on this fast track, and they know once you start going and once you get ahead of where you're going, it's only a matter of time before you are so far gone to the point where they can't lock you down. So maybe someone tried to trap you with a child like DDG did. Okay, they just keep saying DDG. Maybe you've been watching that a lot. I'm not saying that you're manifesting it, but it may resonate. There's something about a resonance here. And someone being convinced that you don't have a choice, you got to be with them, and you're moving on with your life. You're open to unions. You have a new soul contract coming up. So we're going to tap into the new soul contract, but this is very pressing, and I feel like Spirit is bringing it up is because of some type of argument, fight, or situation, squabble up. Okay, it's like squabble up season around here. Maybe that's what it is. We're going to use This May Hurt Tarot. Alright, squabble up. Squabble up. Shit, she should have been living in LA, because it seems like Kendrick Lamar got that whole region on lock. You don't want to mess with people from LA right now. They on a come up. Okay. The city of the Los Angeles are on the rise. I think Kendrick Lamar did a song like that. Where in his song he was talking about how he had past life regressions. He went and he talked about all the 3 different lives that he saw during his regression in the song. And then at the end, he pretty much said that he, is trying to do it right. And then, he's having a conversation with God, and God is pretty much telling him like, hey, but you still got your ego. You like drama. And he's like, no, I don't. He's like, yes, you do. And so there's this back and forth thing, where he pretty much says that he's a fallen angel. And the fallen angel is also symbolic for, the devil, right? And that being fall into your own temptations, fall into your own sin, or fall into the same thing. And in each life, he describes how he struggled with some type of obsessive overindulgence in something. So I don't know. There's something about that coming up too. Random messages. I don't want to try to make sense of it too much, because I feel like it's just to like keep you aware, or for you to be aware as you're on this journey going forward. There's a soul contract coming in. The quantum realm is significant. The soul contract is significant, and so is past life regression. Okay, mind power. Okay, so you're playing chess with the devil, and the devil is always trying to combat or go against or distract you from your north node. That's the devil's job, is to make sure you're really, really prepared for what you're asking for. The devil's job is to make sure that you know the truth about yourself. And as long as you know the truth about yourself, you can never be wrong. There's no, that's where, because wisdom comes from. Wisdom is your defense. Okay? Wisdom is your defense. And the only way to get wisdom is to go through things and experience. So that's why you have just go with it. This soul contract that you have coming in, this everlasting love, it's going to make you wiser. I think your soul contract, this person okay, so let's say, for example, let's say someone was coming in playing chess with you. Let's talk about this from a romantic standpoint, because romance is all in here too. So let's say someone was coming in and they were, you know, asserting their dominance, coming into your life. I want to take the lead. And so they played chess with you, right? I'm going to do this. I won't say a mind game. They're going to use their intelligence. They're going to analyze the situation. They're going to use that data. They're going to make rational decisions. And so you may have been able to feel another person's control of a situation, which made you feel like you didn't have control over a situation, or you didn't have a choice because this person was already like making moves for you, and that may not be something that you like. So there's two things when your fight or flight is triggered, when this person give you anxiety. There's only two things that you can do. Either you can surrender to it, or you can stand your ground. Before, maybe you ran, but you don't run no more. 11-11. So now you stand your ground, and instead of you moving or you running away from the situation, no, I'm gonna stand still. I'm gonna offer you a choice, and the only choice that you have is either you gonna come correct towards me, or you gonna fuck around and find out and experience your own downfalls and your own pitfalls, because it's like you're training this person or you're teaching this person in some way. Like, you can't just come up in my brain or come up in my mind and dictate shit. All right. No one else told you that. No one else told you couldn't eat off someone else's plate without them knowing. No one else said you couldn't backdoor. Well, you about to learn this lesson today. So what's manifesting is someone doesn't want to learn that lesson, but they still want you. And so you're standing 10 toes down. Okay. And this person is not used to being told no, or dealing with someone that's so self-assured in themselves to the point where even if they had to lose out on this person, you would rather lose them than to lose yourself. And that is super attractive to this person. Okay. So even though y'all are different, it feels like opposites are attracting. This person, it's like, ooh, say it again. I like that. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight for you a little bit. You talking to them the way they like someone that will put up a fight with them, that will tell them no, that's not afraid of them. They like that shit. You have more self-control and self-restraint over their mind power that they have over a lot of people. And so, yeah, you wise. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it ain't gonna work on you. Their mind powers ain't gonna work on you. This person may have wanted you to like stop working and then reach out to them and be like, chase them. Someone was trying to get you to chase them. Can't focus at work, can't eat, can't sleep, can't think, can't get you out of my head. Like every time they mentally or telepathically connect to you, it would make you want to get up and reach out to them. You know what I'm saying? And you felt that energy come over you, but it's like, this too shall pass. Okay. Like those days of you shut up and drive, run into someone, chasing after them is not you anymore. Is this my collective or this person that's left in mental anguish? Okay, so it's this person. 10 of Swords. So this person felt like they were a fool. Like they were a fool to even attempt this on you or to play this type of mind game with you. They know that you sleeping good at night. They have they're beating themselves up like, damn, why did I even play with you like that? Why did I play with collective like that? What was I thinking? That was the most immature thing I could have ever done. Why did I assume that collective wouldn't know that? So this person wants to start a new chapter with you. They wish that you would call them out on it and say something. They got some type of confirmation recently that you were on to them, that you figured it out or something like that. Yeah, this person it's like being it's like been the energy that this person sent to you is been returned back to them. So whatever effect that it had on you, you just went with it. You didn't resist it. You remained open. You left your heart open. You didn't block. You understand that this person, the trap that this person set for you, they ended up being stuck in their own mental anguish and their own mental trap. And I think this is a lesson that this person had to learn, and you were going to be the person to teach it to them, because it was contracted. You have a soul contract with this person for them to learn this lesson through you, not through mirroring or this person, using projecting. Because I think they're a projector and you may be a generator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you generate things and they project things, and that's how they get. But you're in generator energy. Interesting. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Because the energy could be so confusing sometimes. Because I'd be like, what? Wait, huh? What are we doing? What are we talking about? Spirit, what's manifesting for my collective? Success. So you're about to be successful. This person does still watch you. They're not satisfied because they know that the spot in your life is still open. You haven't filled it with no one else, but this person was trying to guarantee that no one else fills that position. And whatever little tactic this person used, they wish they never revealed themselves to you. They feel like if they never introduced themselves to you, revealed who they were, you would have fell for it. This person likes to play a lot of mind games. Like, if they just stayed a secret admirer and they didn't cross that line, you would have. They feel like you know so much about them, you hold so much knowledge about them, and they wish they would have kept you as a friend. Cause yes, this person wanted you to view them as like the person that gives you advice, So let's say you give everybody else advice, or everybody looks up to you. This person wanted to maintain some level of mind power where they can give you criticism and you would trust them and you would never question their validity of their intentions. But they feel like they feel like in the process of them trying to mirror to you something that's wrong with you, they only messed around and locked themselves in that mirror, because now they don't have access to be able to swap places or something like that. And they feel like now that you know so much about them, what would you do with all that information? How will you use it? Who will you tell? So somewhere along the line, you meet someone and they never tell you this, or someone finds you. And whatever it is that you do, they could tell a lot of people respect your opinion on matters. And your opinion was hurting this person's ego because they felt like, what? You're being very insensitive. And they felt like someone should teach you a lesson. And so they hovered around like a secret admirer that never approached you, and wanting you to pick up on their energy, wanting you to pick up on their energy signature over and over and over again. And they did all of that because they wanted popular opinion. So they made all those steps. They invested in you. They could have courted you. They could have talked to you. They could have did anything, flirted with you. And all of it was to prove a point. To validate themselves and to prove a point. That they can have a good person. That they can be in a better situation. And they saw you, they knew you was going to go somewhere fast. They knew you were going somewhere fast. And I think it's low-key jealousy here. So on one end, they felt seen, they felt heard, they felt validated. And then on the other hand, they felt like, now that you know so much about me, I don't know enough about you. And so someone wanted you to be in their position now, right? You know so much about me, now let me know so much about you. So we both have secrets on each other. We both have, and that makes that makes this person feel secure. So if this person know your secrets, and if you weren't willingly telling your secrets, this person feel like they could read the room, read the situation, and get it out of you by backdooring the situation without ever having to ask you. And they feel like it backfired. And I have to agree. And this person still doesn't feel like they have enough. Yeah. Their mask didn't work on you. They didn't get past your higher self, that's for sure. They didn't get past your intuition too sharp. Boy, does this person like to play chess so much. Why does this person like to play so much damn chess? All these mental swords. This person was running from healing, running from themselves, running from confronting their issues, never liking to be told what to do, moving from person to person, going off hurt, jumping from one person to the next person. And they thought that they were doing something for the earth. They thought they were making the world a better place. But really, every person that they encountered, the lesson was for them all along. And this person cares so much about their reputation, they feel like, you're going to betray me. I know you're going to betray me. I know you're going to use it against me. I can't rest at night knowing that you know this much about me. You got all these, so all my deepest, darkest secrets. Somebody wants you to babysit their demons. It's giving me the energy of Remy Ma and Papoose when, like, you know how he cares so much about the gossip blogs and what people say. And he tried to like criticize her and paint this image, and she let him have it. No qualm, no harm, no foul. If that's what the public want to believe, so be it. But only she know for real the conversations that he be lying about and what he say behind closed doors, right? When no one else is looking, the comfort that he feels. So he took some type of get back way too far, and now he feels like in this situation, now he wants her to make him relevant by exposing him, but then he doesn't want himself to be exposed. But he was trying to use it as a power play, right? But you got to give a fuck for real, in order for that power play to work on you. So he felt like she would get on social media and talk about him, and so then he could spin the narrative and say, oh, she jealous, right? And then come to find out, she get on social media and she pulling up his fucking text messages on public online. That's a different type of exposure. And it's like, I ain't want that to happen. And so I think those are similar situations of dealing with someone that's like covert. You know what I'm saying? They like to coerce things. They like to do things behind the screens, very scripted, and keep it very mindful, but very demure. And then it's like, oh, if I walk away from the situation like the good guy, I feel better about my life. I feel better about myself. Because the whole objective is, even if a person walks away from you and they feel like it doesn't hinder your life, it forces them to look within and be like, well, why when I walk away, my life gets hindered, but when I leave this person, their life gets better? That's a very critical question. I feel like you propose that question to everybody energetically. And it forces them to realize that, damn, the pain wasn't from you. It was my own pain. Because you're no longer a mirror. You're no longer a reflection to look at and blame you for the pain they feel. That's the power of you walking away. 8 of Cups. So after you help someone over and over and over again, you give them constructive criticism. They act like they know. They act like they're going to change, and they don't really invest. They don't really put in the work. And it's like, I don't got to sit around and hurt my head. Fuck. I'm gone anyway. It's going to hurt you more when I'm gone than it's going to hurt me. And that's on period, poo. So that's what's pretty much manifesting. I'm going to leave it right there because I feel like that's all we needed to talk about. And welcome all new subscribers if y'all are new. Shout out to all my returning collective. Claim it when it resonates. Leave it until it does. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.